Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Katie. My channel name is Woolly Night Stitches, and today is Friday night. So we are working on the Long Dog Sampler Rosemarkie. So I haven't worked on any of this since y'all last saw it. It's been a week. But we're gonna finish out the grape and then we'll see where we go from here. So we're just up in the top left-hand corner of the pattern. So I hope everyone had a good Friday and that you're getting ready for the weekend and some time off. For me, it's the exact opposite. My work week usually starts on Thursday and goes through till Monday. So I'm just starting my work week. A few of you have joined the Discord group. Super excited about that. If you haven't, there is a link in the description box for a Discord. If you don't know what that is, it is basically a chat group where we can send pictures of our projects and just chat about stitching, and it's a lot easier than YouTube comments. Just to have a conversation. So if y'all want to go check that out, that would be awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And grab you something to drink. I am probably going to regret this, but I'm drinking a cup of coffee, and it's 7:30 at night here. So, oh well. I'm sure I'll regret it, but that's okay. Where to start? I'm on the end of my needle. Probably some wax. So this past weekend, can't believe it's already been a week since last weekend, but I went on a trip with my parents to go see my grandparents. First time I was seeing their new apartment. They live in a assisted living center now, and so I got to check that out and hang out with them, which was really nice. Place is small, but it was a really good place. You know, you hear all these horror stories of retirement homes and assisted livings and nursing homes and how horrible they can be, and this is definitely not one of them. It is a very nice place. They have plenty of things for them to do. They play bingo and go on shopping trips and do crafts, and yeah, I really think they're adjusting really well to living there. We were a little worried about my granny, but she's doing really well there. So they are doing good. Took her on a shopping trip to their local Hobby Lobby and got her out of the house for a little while. And the hotel that me and my parents stayed at was not the best. Is actually one of the newer hotels there, but it was so loud the first night. I don't think any of us got any sleep because we could hear there was an argument going on somewhere. We were on the second floor, but there was an argument going on somewhere. You could hear the receptionist downstairs. It was maddening. The second night was better, but it was still, we won't be staying there again. It's like they didn't put very good insulation or soundproof insulation in their walls, so you could hear absolutely everything. Cannot get it in the hole. So that's how that weekend went. And then I come home expecting to work during the week because I was off on the weekend and didn't work one day. Our hours are being cut so severely. Yes, I am just part-time, but still it's pretty bad. Then apparently on Monday there was a car crashed into the power line or power box behind the store, and no one knew about it until Wednesday afternoon when the building lost all power. So my work had no power for 2 days. Thursday is usually when we get truck in. But we got called that night saying, hey, don't come into work tomorrow because there's no power. They were working on getting it restored. So today we were finally able to unload truck, and they got all the power back up. In the morning, the internet wasn't working, but the power was up. So it's been crazy. Yeah. Hopefully things will go back to normal. And nothing crazy will happen this weekend. I'm confused at where I am now. Dude. Okay. I do need one right here. So I had that's what's been going on in my life. You have any crazy stories to tell? Comment below with one of your crazy tales. But I had a good time. I mean, seeing my grandparents was nice. Don't get to do that very often. And then, since I wasn't scheduled for the week, I just stayed and hung out with my parents. Got to spend some time with them. But it was nice to get back to my house, my bed, the routine. I don't like that word. But plumber came on Tuesday, so I had to be up here for that, and thankfully, we got a knot. Thankfully, he got everything fixed. He thought he might have to cut open a wall to get to the pipes, which would have been in my closet. But thankfully, he didn't have to. He was like, we need to all go buy a lottery ticket. I was like, oh, a little relief. Okay, not. And I started my what was it? The Grand Library by Amy Stewart. I'm starting from the bottom right hand corner, and it's a half a page is the first bottom page. So I was getting going on that and realized I have a lot of colors that I'm missing. Or I went today and got 15 colors that I was missing. And they're pretty big chunks in the project. So hopefully, now that I have them, I can actually see progress on it. I've gotten about 1,000 stitches done on it so far. So hopefully I'll have a page finished this month. And when I get that page finished, I'll probably work on getting a page finish on the other Amy Stewart that I have. Fantastic Journey. I think that's right. Yeah. So I went to Hobby Lobby, got that. I got some material from Amazon and from Hobby Lobby to make some floss cards. Where does that not look right? And I got molds to make the floss cards, and I got resin. So I'm gonna try and make some resin floss drops. Floss drops, that's what I'm trying to say. And see how those work out. Because my note card floss drops, I've already tore a couple of them. So was my plan all along to do this. It's gonna take a good while for me to do all of them. Because I bought a few different molds because I didn't know exactly which one I would like. And they weren't very expensive. And the one I did finally end up, or have kind of decided on, is a bottle opener without the the metal part that opens the bottle. So I'm going to cast that, but I only have one of the molds. So how many colors are there in DMC? Like 450. I have to do that 450 some odd times. So we'll see how that adventure goes. Where are my scissors? All right. That grape is done. We have to do another one over here. But I don't know, I'm kind of not feeling it right now. Oh, something I did find. You know the friction pins that I use to grid my fabric? Not this one because I'm not going to wash it because I'm using the air and water lilies. And I think they're an over-dyed floss, and so I'm terrified to wash it because I don't want it to run. If you've worked with them before, let me know. Can you wash them, or is it a big no-no? Let me know. But okay, so here are the friction pins that I use to grid my fabric. Well, I found friction highlighters. They're called friction lights to highlight my patterns, and I can erase them if I make a mistake. I also have I can't remember what kind of planner it is, but it is what the friction pins were actually made for. So I'll use it on that as well. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the pattern here and see where do we want to go next. So we have one more square that will go here. Here, let me move it. Close your eyes. Okay. We have one more square that goes here, so we could do that, or we could do the other grapes over here. Oh, do we want to count, or do we want to do backstitch? I guess we'll do the backstitch and get it over with. Okay. So I've been going over in my head of things that I would like to get done around the house. And like every room needs a like declutter, organization, clean. Because I've lived in this house for, I don't know, 10 years or so. And it's time, but I don't want to do it. Like I want to do it, but I don't want to do it. So today I was like, I'll write down 3 things and work on those 3 things today. Well, one was to make this video, and it's like 8 o'clock at night right now, which has nothing to do with the house, but that's what I chose. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Okay. Do some laundry, which I started just right before this video, and to something else that has no relation to the house was make the template for the floss keeper or the floss drop numbers that I want to put on it. I got some, it's called Velilium paper. It's like see-through paper that you can put through the printer. And I haven't done that either today. So, I'm doing real good today, guys. But those days happen quite often around here for me. I did fill up my water jugs today, though. So, there's one thing off the list. Because I drink about a jug of water a day. So, a gallon of water a day. If not more than that. So I try to keep jugs filled up so that I can just pour it into a glass. Yes, that's laziness, but that's who I am. It makes things easier on me, especially if I'm having a bad day. I can just grab a jug, grab a glass of water, or grab a glass and camp out in my room in bed. Because those days happen more than I would like, but it's just part of having dysautonomia. But it could be so much worse, because it has been so much worse in the past. So I can't complain. I've been seeing if you're a yarny person, that Hobby Lobby has been having yarn sales, or clearance yarns. And I went there today, and I did go through the yarn aisle, but I wasn't looking for like specifically the clearance yarn. So I didn't see any or get any. But I think I know why. I think they're having like a complete redo of the store. Because at least my store, there were so many new resets and things had been moved around. And I had to wander to the store for a while to find what I was looking for. And they were working on it while it was there. So the store must be getting a whole new reset. I wonder if that's for all stores and that's why all the yarn's going on clearance. I don't know. But I have had to watch my spending this month. Because of my hours getting cut at work, paychecks have been kind of low, so. But make it through. Sorry if it's shaking a lot today, the fabric, that my lap stand doesn't seem to be like even on my table, and I'm not really sure why. Okay, so I did 1, 2 more. And then giving me some reference points here. Oops, hit the camera. Why does that feel like extremely far away? I think that's wrong. Hold on. Yeah, that's not right. And I keep wanting to do my nails, but I'm always too tired to do it. Or I want to stitch instead, because, I mean, stitching's better than doing your nails, right? Okay, we need to go diagonal. One over this one. There we go. Well, the fur baby's doing good. I think she's getting a bit of arthritis. Because here at the house, my couch is pretty low, and her couch that she lays on is low. She doesn't get on my bed because it's too high. Well, when we were away at the hotel, she came with me. And that bed was extremely high. And when we go different places, she sleeps with me because she gets anxiety. Well, she kept jumping off that bed. And then when we were at my parents' house for a few days, their couch is high, pretty tall. And she's very independent and insists on jumping up and down as she pleases. So I think it was a little too much jumping for her joints. But we're back home and she's doing better. But it freaked me out because she like jumped down and then she just like laid down. Kind of like, oh, that hurt. But then a few minutes she was walking around again. She got to get plenty of loving over the past weekend from my grandpa, or my papa. So she really enjoyed that. So he picked her up at one point, and with my fur baby, you don't pick her up. That's the only thing that mama can do, you know. And he picked her up by her. She got a new harness, and it has a handle on the back. And he picked her up by that harness. Oh, I thought I was about to come out of my chair. The way he picked her up. But he finally grabbed her butt, got her into his lap, and she just looked at me like, Mama, get me out of here. Mama, get me out of here. Which is a better reaction than I was expecting. I was expecting her to go ferocious wild child on him. But she didn't, and I finally kindly told my papa that she was ready to get down. She didn't like being held. But yeah, she did not like when he did that. And all he wanted to do was love on her, but it's taking it a little too personal for her. Too close contact. Wow, this little grape takes a while. I ate such a big lunch that I don't think I'm gonna have supper tonight. Probably just snack. So I got they have a place called Hud's here. It's a locally owned burger type of place. So I went there and got their spicy chicken, little fried chicken nuggets. And they never really give you enough chicken. They give you way more jalapenos than they give you chicken. So it's chicken, jalapenos, french fries, gravy, some toast, which I don't eat, and a salad. Oh, we didn't need that one, did we? So I always order the chicken dinner, which is all that, plus a chicken only, which is just the chicken and jalapenos and gravy. This time, I guess they loaded it up with chicken because I barely finished that, and I still had some fries left over. I think that's why I laid down and didn't get back up till 7 o'clock. Because I was so full. I was food comatose. And that's how I felt all weekend because I'm a snacker. I usually don't have but one, like, sit down, meal a day is about all I have, and the rest I just snack. Well, with my grandparents, we ate out twice a day, lunch and dinner. And, we went to restaurants or fast food places, and man, I was just so full by the end of the day. It was ridiculous. Like, I am not used to eating like this. But, okay, so Dairy Queen is a Texas thing, right? Well, Oklahoma has Dairy Queens. And we went there, and they don't have half the stuff that Texas Dairy Queens have. We were expecting, kind of figured out what we were going to have, and we get there and we're like, that's not on the menu. That's not on the menu. They didn't have steak fingers. They didn't have tacos. They had hamburgers and chicken tenders. And of course, all the ice cream that Dairy Queen has. But yeah, I was kind of like, what? It must have been a new thing, like a new place. So I guess Dairy Queen's expanding past Texas. I don't know. But it was very strange. If you've never been to Texas, you won't know what I'm talking about, but you have, and you've been to a Dairy Queen. These grapes never look good until after you finish them. Because right now I feel like I am doing something wrong. But I don't think I've missed anything. And I do think that has to be not with the pattern, but with the fact that I'm doing this on a 28 count. And I have researched a little bit, and I've come to the conclusion that these were to be done like a 14 count or a 18 count. You could do it on 28 count, but you would do it 2 strands over 2, so it would make it a 14 count. So yeah. And so I was looking at my new long dog that I got. There's supposed to be 3 here. Yeah. Death by cross stitch. And if I do that thing on 14 count or even 18 count, it's gonna be massive. Like, if you did a Haid on 18 count, like, it'll be massive. So I'm not really sure if I'm gonna do it on a 14 count or 18 count, or if I'm gonna stick to doing it on the small count like this. Because I looked at it and there's not a ton of backstitching on it, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just a little worried about the letters coming out. But yeah, it would be, I can't remember the size, but it was very large. And I was looking at fabrics for it, and I kind of want to do it on a kind of a hot pink or bubble gummy color with anchor floss. And I found one that I liked on, I think it was 1, 2, 3 stitch. I took a picture of it. But I can't get a size big enough, a big enough piece of fabric to do it on, because they just don't make that size in 14 or 18 count. So I have to get either a 25 or a 28 count to do it on, because that's the only way that it'll fit on the fabric sizes that they offer. So not sure on that. Not like I can get it right now anyways, but you know, when you get a pattern, you kind of start planning, even if you can't get it right away. Or at least I do. I think I'm gonna do this little curly Q over here and then call it a day. Call it a night. We're past daytime. Most of you probably won't watch this until tomorrow, and that is perfectly fine. No promises, but I'm thinking Sunday's video might possibly be a stitch with me on Gamer Girl. I haven't worked on it yet this month, and I'd like to put some more stitches in it. So I've kind of made myself a promise that I'm not going to start my other Gecko Rouge until I get at least 50% on Gamer Girl. I'm starting to have to set boundaries, guys, because I've got a few whips. I know some of you have asked and have been wondering how many whips does this girl actually have. I'm not sure, and I don't want to count, but I'm going to put it in the range between 30 and 50, and that includes counted and stamped. So I'm going to say between 30 and 50. I messed up again. I don't think I have 50 whips. I don't think I'm there yet, but I'm well on my way to having that many. I'm going to say closer to the 30 range of whips. But that also includes ones that I've barely started on here with you guys for my reviews and things. So they're not, I don't consider those like active whips. So I don't know, I'm aiming closer to 30, but between 30 and 50 whips, and well on my way to more, because y'all know I can't stop starting projects. Okie dokie, guys. We finished one grape, finished off one grape, completed another. We have one left for this corner. We'll see if I do that this week or if I finish it off with you guys next Friday. So I hope y'all guys have a good night, a great weekend. Stay safe, keep stitching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.